Ready, people? It's courtroom time. Okay, loose. Good.
All rise.
All rise. All right.
Oh, okay.
The Honorable Judge Booker is presiding. Court is now in session. Everyone but the jury may be seated. Officer Martinez will move this swear in the room. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the do you solemnly swear that you will truly listen to this case and come to an honest verdict and a fair sentence as to this defendant?
I do.
This is fine.
You may be seated. Today we will hear the case of the wolf. Who is the cause of accused of being called the big bad wolf? Would the defendant please stand? How do you plead? I plead not guilty. I plead not guilty. Your Honor, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based only on facts and evidence provided in this case. Hold on, please.
Take the microphone side.
It isn't working.
He's talking to her.
Is it on?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based only on facts and evidence provided in this case. The defendant is accused of being called the big bad wolf. The defendant
Hold on, we can't hear it. Katie, we cannot hear you. Hold on,
Let's do it. Yeah.
I turned it down, it says we cannot hear you.
Talk right into it this way.
Is accused of being called the big bad wolf.
Start over. Start over.
So Katie, hold it straight in front of you. Talk right into there. You go.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based only on facts and evidence provided in this case. The defendant is accused of being called the big bad wolf. The defendant, the wolf, pleads not guilty to this reputation. By law, the defendant is presumed to be innocent unless proven otherwise. The prosecution has the job of proving the guilt of the defendant beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Pollard, prosecution, you may begin your opening statement.
Your Honor,
Just say
Hold
that.
on, just a second. Technical difficulties.
Just keep going, London.
Members of the jury,
Oh, you're on echo.
Okay, if for some reason this doesn't work, guys, just use your loudest voice. I'm allowing you now to go at like 11:3 when you're talking. Only when you're talking, though.
My name is London Pollard, and my co-counsel and I are representing the prosecution in this case. We believe the wolf is guilty of his reputation of the big bad wolf, and we are going to show you why. First, he blew down the house of the 3 little pigs. Second, he tried to eat Red Riding Hood, Chain, Tail, and Tail.
jury, my name is Kiara Murphy, and my counselor and I are representing the wolf in this case. We believe the wolf is not guilty because all wolves just want to eat like humans. Humans do the same things as wolves. We hunt for fish, cows, and pigs. We, as humans, hunt for sport, which is basically like hunting animals for fun. Also, wolves' aggressive behavior is just part of nature. They're not the only aggressive animals in the wild. We'll hear from several witnesses that the wolf should not be given this negative reputation. Please find the wolf not guilty of his reputation of being called a fabulous wolf. Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand the wolf.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may be seated.
You ate the grandma, didn't you?
I got hungry and there was just a little lady sitting there.
You also ate red, didn't you?
Same answer as before. I was hungry and I eliminated hunting grounds. It is very difficult to find food in the wild.
Don't you eat livestock?
Well, yes, I do. As do humans. Humans eat corn, cow, pigs, and more. If I'm guilty of eating livestock, so are humans.
But humans, we pay for it first. You go and steal it.
Like I said, I have limited hunting grounds, so it's easier for me to just go for the livestock that's just out there rather than trying to get an elk. I could get my Josh axe.
Why do you eat livestock?
As I've stated before, I don't have a lot of convenience. Protecting livestock and even sheep is a lot easier. I'm starving you. I'm simply trying to survive.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
The defense may cross-examine witness. Do you think, thank you, Your Honor, do you think you should be called the big bad wolf? No, I'm just trying to survive. I'm not big and bad. I'm starving. Why do you think people call you the big bad wolf? And I need to eat. I'm a carnivore like many other animals. So it's not usual that I attack and eat other animals. And if I'm guilty of eating other animals, what about their interests? Now for the next question. I think I've been given this name because of how I look. I have sharp claws and teeth. Wolves are very territorial and come off aggressive to protect their territory and peak. People think I'm big and bad because I eat animals like caribou and deer. But again, I'm just trying to survive like many other animals, like many other carnivores. I'm not the only predator in the wild. Do you think that humans should be called big and bad? Well, if I'm given that reputation, so should humans. I eat sheep and livestock, so do you. You hunt caribou and deer. Why can't I? Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions. You may step in. Prosecution. You may call your second witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Shay.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do.
Did you suspect that it was the wolf?
Yes, because he was scarier than my real grandma.
When you
found out that it was the wolf, were you alarmed?
I was a little bit alarmed because I knew something was wrong. Because when he blew out my candle, my real grandma wouldn't blow out the candle.
Did the wolf want to eat all of your sisters or just you?
He did not all my sisters.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Can you tell me what happened that day? The wolf came to my house and tricked us and said that he was my real Juan Popo.
How did you know that it is the wolf in the courtroom right now? If so, can you prove?
Yes.
Oh, and also,
What's that?
the author of the book Juan Popo wrote a dedication to wolves. He said, the author said that wolves have been portrayed poorly.
Louder, please. You guys have to talk like this. Okay? Or be right up in that microphone. It's really like almost on your mouth. Can I say something really fast? Yeah. Hey guys, here's the deal. That squealing noise is because it's two microphones at once. So if one person talks, turn it off, and then the next person should be able to turn it on and talk. And then it should be good. So Nola, turn yours on and try it. That's off. Turn it off. Not talking it.
I think that
Good.
I think that.
Okay, now turn yours off. Now leave it on for a second, and if Brody, turn yours on. Yeah, it's because there's two microphones, so Nola, turn yours off, and Brody, turn yours on. Or who's ever talking. Talking
It's on when you're not talking. And then right in your mouth, say it. Like
Yes.
Say it.
So,
Hold it and put it right to your mouth.
okay.
Okay, so why don't you repeat what you were saying about that?
In the book Juan Popo, the author wrote a dedication to wolves that they have been portrayed poorly and that we should portray them better.
I think that dedication is wrong because wolves tried to eat me, and I don't think wolves should be a good person or a good animal.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
You may step down.
Katie, yell.
You may step down.
Yell.
You may step down.
There you go.
Prosecution, you may call your third witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Bad Farmer.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
You've been seated.
Do you think that wolves are just a pain? Why?
I think wolves are just a pain because they eat everything.
Do you think that the defenders of wildlife don't help?
Sometimes they help, but normally not really.
Did the flageolet help? Did the flageolet help you?
It always rains when I put it up.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
How do you feel about wolves?
Really bad.
Have you ever killed a wolf?
Yes.
What do you use to keep away the wolves?
A gun.
A gun.
Can you tell me how you use it?
They sneak up and I just go bang.
If you look up here, there are a lot of wolf attacks. Watch this video. Then after this, tell me what you see at the end.
One of the most exciting scientific findings of the past half-century has been the discovery of widespread trophic cascades. A trophic cascade is an ecological process which starts at the top of the food chain and tumbles all the way down to the bottom. And the classic example is what happened in the Yellowstone National Park in the United States when wolves were reintroduced in 1995. Now, we all know that wolves kill various species of animals, but perhaps we're slightly less aware that they give life to many others. Before the wolves turned up, they'd been absent for 70 years. That the numbers of deer, because there was nothing to hunt them, had built up in the Yellowstone Park, and despite efforts by humans to control them, they'd managed to reduce much of the vegetation there to almost nothing. They'd just grazed it away. But as soon as the wolves arrived, even though they were few in number, they started to have the most remarkable effects. First, of course, they killed some of the deer, but that wasn't the major thing. Much more significantly, they radically changed the behavior of the deer. The deer started avoiding certain parts of the park, the places where they could be trapped most easily, particularly the valleys and the gorges. And immediately those places started to regenerate. In some areas, the height of the trees quintupled in just 6 years. Bare valley sides quickly became forests of aspen and willow and cottonwood. And as soon as that happened, the birds started moving in. The number of songbirds and migratory birds started to increase greatly. The number of beavers started to increase because beavers like to eat the trees. And beavers, like wolves, are ecosystem engineers. They create niches for other species. And the dams they built in the rivers provided habitats for otters and muskrats and ducks and fish and reptiles and amphibians. The wolves killed coyotes, and as a result of that, the number of rabbits and mice began to rise, which meant more hawks, more weasels, more foxes, more badgers. Ravens and bald eagles came down to feed on the carrion that the wolves had left. Bears fed on it too, and their population began to rise as well, partly also because there were more berries growing on the regenerating shrubs. And the bears reinforced the impact of the wolves by killing some of the calves of the deer. And here's where it gets really interesting. The wolves changed the behavior of the rivers. They began to meander less.
What do you think about this?
It was pretty cool, but it's cool.
Wolves kills our environment. No further question.
You may step down. Prosecution, you may call your fourth witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Caitlin and Rhonda. Why should we protect wolves?
We should protect wolves because they help us survive and they are a part of our ecosystem.
Why should we believe that we can coexist with wolves?
You should believe we can coexist with wolves because there are different ways to protect us from eating our livestock, such as flattery, extreme flattery sounds, and lights. Also, guard dogs and cowboys.
Why do you protect wolves when they mention that they eat your livestock?
We protect wolves when they eat our livestock because there are ways to protect our livestock such as flattery, extreme flattery sounds, lights, guard dogs, and cowboys, just like what Ron said.
Oh. There has been several wolf attacks on humans. I am right. Am I right?
Yes. Yes. There has been several wolf attacks on humans, but that doesn't mean all wolves are bad. All animals, including wolves, deserve a second chance.
You say protect humans by protecting wolves when they kill us. The map behind you shows the wolf attacks around the world. Everything except the gray is wolf attacks on humans.
Even though wolves attack humans, just like what Rhonda said, they deserve a second chance, and it's not their fault that they weren't born bunnies.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
The defense may cross-examine
Do you know anything about wolves? We know a lot about wolves, but we know where they're not bad because the aggressive play they do is to find out who is the dominant male. Can you tell me some positive facts about wolves?
Some positive facts about wolves are they help our ecosystem keep deer and elk population in check. They also keep other animal populations in check, such as fish.
Do you think all wolves are bad, and why? I don't think any wolves are bad because they weren't born bunnies, and we can't change them, and it's not their fault that they're carnivores. And thank you, Honor. No further questions.
You may step down.
Yes. You may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call this Dan, the good farmer. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed. Please state your name for the court.
I'm the good farmer, and my name's George.
What do you think of wolves and why?
but sometimes they eat my livestock.
Do you think all wolves are bad?
No.
How do you coexist with wolves?
I put flattery on my farm. I put spotlights by my sheep.
Does your flattery help you?
No. Yes!
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Prosecution may cross-examine the witness. Wait.
Do you think we can coexist with wolves?
Yes.
Your Honor.
Do wolves help you?
Do wolves help you?
Yeah. Kinda.
Do they ruin your business by killing your livestock?
No.
But don't you get money off wool? Don't you get money off your livestock by selling it?
Yeah.
And wolves do eat your livestock,
Yeah.
technically killing your business.
Yeah.
What did you use to coexist with wolves?
I use flattery, spotlights, and extreme flattery.
But the bad farmer said it didn't work.
Well, it works for me.
Thank you. We have no further questions.
You may step down. Defense, you may call your second witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to stand the three little pigs. Oh, three little wolves.
Oh my God!
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please state your names for the court.
I'm the third little wolf.
I'm the first little wolf.
Can you describe the person who blew down your houses?
Well, he was pink and chubby. He had a big snout and tall ears, and he was a pig.
Why did you welcome in the pig after all he's done to you?
Well, something may have affected him to blow down our house. Plus, we're not sure if someone affected him or not, but everybody deserves a second chance.
What happened to you that day?
What happened to us that day? We tried to get away from the pig and build new houses.
Who is the big bad pig? Is he in this courtroom right now?
Yes, he is right there.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
The prosecution may cross-examine the witness.
Do you like the pig?
Yes, we do now, since he became more nicer.
But before, what was he like?
He was angry, usually getting stuff to break down our house, and usually was growling and grumpy.
Why do you think he tried to eat you?
I don't think he tried to eat me. I think something affected him.
What do you think affected him, and what do you think made him want to eat you? I was trying to blow the house down. Even though then they changed my point of perspective.
Why did you want to eat them?
I wanted to eat them because I was very hungry and I just hadn't eaten in a week.
Why did you blow down their houses?
I blew down their houses because I wanted to eat them.
Do you think that all wolves are bad?
No, I don't think that all wolves are bad. I think they can be nice and mean, but I think we all be bad.
But why?
I don't think all wolves are bad because we can all be the gray wolves. So if you send the wolves, if you kill the wolves, you might as well send all of us to jail because we kill things too.
Why do you think the three little wolves became your friend?
Either because they didn't want to be eaten or because they saw that I was just hungry.
Do you like wolves?
Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Because at first, they just kept running away from me, and then they were my friends.
Were you trying to eat them?
Yes.
But you're prey and they're predators. How do you eat them if they're your predators?
Well, I didn't really care if they were prey or predator, carnivore, or herbivore. I was just very hungry and they were the first to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
The prosecution may cross-examine the witness.
Because you had not eaten in a week, did you see the wolves as vegetables? So you knew that the wolves were wolves and you wanted to eat them. Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
You may step down. Prosecution, you may call your fifth witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Little Red Riding Hood.
Yes, raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? You may be seated. Please state your name to the court. How did you know that it was not your... How did you know that it was not your grandma? What gave it away that it was a wolf?
I knew it was not my grandma because the wolf was very scary and had big ears and chirped. And I knew that was not my
Have you ever seen a wolf in the woods?
I've never seen it.
What did you think the wolf's motivation was?
I think the wolf's motivation was to eat my grandmother and I because he was eating food, but he doesn't want it.
Is the wolf in this courtroom right now? If so, can you point to him, please? Thank you, Your Honor. We have no more questions.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Is it true that the wolf killed your grandmother?
Yes, it is true the wolf killed my grandma. If it wasn't for the hunter, yes, the wolf would have killed my grandma.
Was the wolf really trying to eat you?
Yes, the wolf was trying to eat me because he was chasing me in my granny's house. But since I screamed loud enough, the hunter heard me and killed me.
Why? Why?
I'm not really sure why the wolf was trying to eat me, but I think because, like, he needed some food, but we're not supposed to
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions?
You may step back, please. Prosecution, you may call your second witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand the wolf Lon Popo.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You tried to eat the girls, didn't you?
I was just trying to find food. I never ate the girl. You have no proof that I actually tried to eat them. I was just hungry and I was just looking for food.
Why did you choose to eat the helpless girls when you could have gone for other animals?
I did not eat the girls.
I know, but why did you try to?
I was hungry.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have no further questions.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you describe what you're trying to do?
I was trying to survive. You don't know, wolves are invasive species, and I have a hard time finding food. I just was trying to eat something.
What happened? What happened?
What happened to you that day?
The girls took me into games and nets and then killed me by pulling me up on a basket and dropping me 3 times.
Can you tell us what you're thinking of that day?
I was just trying to survive.
Would the 3 girls be in court right now if they killed you? Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
You may step down. Prosecution, you may call your third witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Lori Schmidt.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Miss Cushing, could you please do coverage on the playground? Miss Cushing, please report to the playground.
Please state your name to the court.
Lori Schmidt.
You work with wolves when they are vicious predators, am I right?
No, they're not vicious predators. I've watched them over the years, and I have never in a million years have seen a wolf attack.
Please look at the picture behind you. What do you see?
I see a wolf, and it looks like it's about to fight with another wolf to show who's the dominant wolf. And, yeah.
How do you know it's fighting with another dominant wolf?
I know because I can tell on its expression, and normally when a wolf is circling around each other, they have that face, and so that's why they do.
Could it be attacking a human?
No.
How do you know?
It's very rare.
This is all the wolf attacks. Everything except the white is wolf attacks on humans.
Well, even though it's not very rare, it can still happen. And even if it did happen, it would just be because wolves, when someone else is in their territory, they tend to come up and say, "Hey, this is our territory. Get out!" And they just they're not trying to kill humans. They're just trying to hurt, kind of not really hurt them, but kind of hurt them, so that they
Why do they?
because they want to show
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
What is your opinion about wolves?
My opinion on wolves is they are really awesome, and they are eating livestock. They're not trying to be mean.
Why did you want to work with wolves and other endangered species?
I don't want to work with wolves, never endangered species. Wolves.
Why did you want to study wolves?
I want to study wolves because they're lovers.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
You may step down. Prosecution, you may call your fourth witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor. I call to the stand Jim Brandenburg. Please state your name to the court.
I'm Jim Brandenburg.
What about wolves is so good?
They've been keeping the ecosystem stable.
I've heard in your book that wolves eat livestock. Is this so?
Yeah, they need food just like any other animal or even humans.
Behind you, what do you see?
This is a wolf that has already that is trying to eat and showing its aggressive behavior to the other wolves, such as the omega or the pack.
How do you know?
I've been following them my whole entire life.
Farmers put poison to kill wolves, right?
Those men put poison on their lawn because they want to kill wolves, because they don't want them to eat their livestock.
And do you know why they do so?
They don't want them to ruin their business.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have no further questions.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
What is your opinion about wolves?
They are amazing creatures because they help the ecosystem and even change weather.
And do you think that wolves should be called the big bad wolf?
No, because they are my favorite animals. I've researched and talked about them for years. I even wrote a book about them to educate people on wolves.
What do you know about wolves?
Many things, but their aggressive behavior is wolves being wolves and playing with each other.
How do you know?
I wrote a book about them and I've been learning about them since I was a boy.
In your book, it says that wolves are your favorite animal. Why?
As I was a kid, I always loved them.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have no further questions.
You may sit down. Both the prosecution and the defense have now rested their cases. The attorneys will now present their final arguments. Prosecution, you may begin.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have shown you that the defendant, the wolf, is guilty of his reputation of being called the Big Bad Wolf. This evidence shows that the defendant, the wolf, is guilty because he kills your livestock and ruins your business and does not pay. Second, in Little Red Riding Hood, he tried to kidnap Red, which is attempt at murder, and kidnap the grandma. Third, in Lampopo, he commits several crimes such as fraud and attempt at murder. Also, the wolf doesn't pay for any of these crimes. In conclusion, the wolf is guilty of his reputation of being called the Big Bad Wolf.
Defense, you may proceed with your closing argument.
Thank you, Your Honor. Members of the jury, today you have heard testimony about why the wolf should not be called the Big Bad Wolf. I would like to remind you of some important information that you should consider in your decision. First, wolves are not guilty because they are carnivores like many other animals on this planet. Second, wolves are not trying to hurt us. They are simply trying to find food. They are on the endangered species list, which means we must protect them. Last but not least, farmers like George have proven that it is possible to coexist with wolves. He has been successful at scaring wolves away from his livestock without killing them. Please find the defendant, the wolf, not guilty of his negative reputation. Thank you.
Members of the jury, you have heard all of the testimony concerning this case. It is now up to you to determine the facts. You and you alone are the judges of the fact, and you must decide what facts the evidence proves. In just a moment, the bailiff will take you to the jury room to consider your verdict. One of the first things you will want to do is select a foreperson. It will be the foreperson's duty to sign the verdict from when you have agreed on a verdict. Whatever verdict you decide must be unanimous, which means that each and every person must agree on the same verdict. The bailiff will now escort you to the deliberation room. All rise.
You can take a seat now. Now we wait.
Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. Thank you, Gary, for the service today. Heart is English.